No, we out here. That's what it is. Absolutely, man. Shit. But again, I said to everybody tomorrow to be on Twitch, we get them Twitch channel. Man, and I was like, shit, man. You gotta do it, man. But anyway, I got shout to Dr. J again. I got two. Gonna get those to start to give ways again. And put it back in the box and get those here again. Truly favorite, man. We'll get those away. And my food at Rock House support as well. Please forgive me saying thank you. All it is everybody that's good. All the giveaways are official. To be entered to go to the pull-up, you gotta be a member of the channel or subscribe to the Twitch channel. You know what I mean? And again, what I'm saying, thank you. I'm talking to everybody some shit. Somebody doing like me. See, look, God don't like ugly. So you see what's that nigga name? Found the really? Then you get put out. And I asked him to GRG, hey, what y'all doing? What y'all doing? Y'all doing to get away? He said, man. Something I'm gonna say. Look, listen, maybe tomorrow, try to chat with me. I'm gonna tell some business tomorrow. I'm really in tomorrow. I'm gonna tell some business tomorrow. Why would I? Why would I? Don't know different about me. Shit. But I tried being good because they don't good for me. Shit. Low ass niggas. Some niggas showed them up a long time ago. I said, been exposing these niggas. You know what I mean? Shit. What about my kids? My kids won't grow. Straight like that. Show ass niggas. But we out here. Shit, I ain't even kind of back and finish tomorrow too, man. They do like, but man, and I'll drop a link to your channel, man. Everybody drop your links or whatever. I'll pull the big up. Hey, Big Money, so are you gonna start the channel? Or you want to run this channel? I can't never see the word. I'll type that in the chat, man. I'll give you a bit of rich. Yeah, I'll type in the chat. I'll give you rich right now. Yeah, I'll give you rich. Yeah, you got to win. What you gonna do, Big Money? Are you gonna help me run this goddamn channel? You gonna be my manager over here? Or we gonna get your channel? How we gonna do this, Big Money? No, you both of myself. I'm still out here. Oh, shit. Yeah, okay. You still out here? I'm gonna be gone for another 3 months. I'm about to be gone for 6 months. I'm about to read up. Oh my God. Cut the stream. Big money. Shit. Oh God. You got to read up on another package. Usually hot box and all that shit was just don't care about us. Y'all don't care about me. I don't care about us. Bro, when they cook, man, bro, we get all hot. Say nothing like it. You don't care about me. That nigga said, I don't know it's not me hot. Nigga, doing that shit right there, doing that coke right now. And shout out to those who are there, nah, fuck all that. You ain't saying nothing, fuck that. Y'all run in there, okay? We gonna fuck all that. I'm gonna have this. So, again, look, I'm in the club with niggas that get every girl started playing in the world, right? We're in that crap, right? So when you go in, right? So you got Randy and Kane, that's not who we left with, right? Those niggas big wars, right? Right? Those niggas start walking through the road. No, he just was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 36. And I was got the picture. There was a girl who had looked at the girl who said, man, for girl. Nigga said, you bring up the one. He got over was another man with a bunch of shit long goddamn death better than goddamn lifesaver. I said, what? I'm out there and I think y'all got the rope. I can grab my shit quicker to get up out of here. This is Mike. That shit was going down. That's what I know. I said, well, I ain't just got to get over something. Let me sit on you rolling. I mean, tell them about them niggas comfortable. We got the fast and shit. Yeah, that nigga. Make sure to shout to them niggas, yo. Put him out here, man. The world, true story, bro. You real before that nigga devil. That shit was wild, bro. It was wild, bro.
Family, my fellow gamers, it's your only friend in YouTube streets, Motorized 77. And yo, what's up with Volume Persona with that 9-hour spaces? Yo! That shit was wild. That shit was straight up Jerry Springer up in there. That shit was wild. Yo, shout out to J Boring Persona. I thought they were gonna do a 24-hour marathon. That space had it all. Once again, Xbox University wilding out. Shit's wild. Even, it became another, talk about cheat code space. Even this girl showed up. I'm like, yo, this is wild. Like, yo, what is going on? Great. This is crazy. Yo, hit that like button. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hey, I'm glad you're out here. We got Craig. Hey, you had a little space this minute too. Yeah, that thing's trash, but this game is learning how to use it. Yeah, what was that? Like an earbuds or something?
Nah.
You know?
They blow up those ears.
What kind of phone you got?
I had a Galaxy phone.
It didn't come with like wires earbuds?
Wi-Fi 6 charger. So I was only I had to run out and get a Wi-Fi 6 dongle.
So the thing is, you said you got a Galaxy?
Yeah.
It's a Samsung, right?
Samsung, yeah.
And it doesn't come with a wired headset.
It did not come with a wired headset.
That is some bullshit right there. That's crazy.
Look at the box again. I mean, this big camera.
Because I like normally we give you the wired headset at a minimum, so that way you get movies and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So that way,
white box.
So that way you don't have to listen to movies for free.
I may go ahead and get that then, but
Shit,
We'll
get some wireless headsets.
Yeah. I mean, I had fun on it. It was a good conversation. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I guess I have to go out there and step up my game.
Yeah, that's why I said you switch to the speaker. Oh shit! Somebody put in the chat saying iPhone didn't come with headphones from the window. Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, it didn't. I was madder than a hornet.
Yo,
I got the thing home. I said, how do I charge this? So the only place I could dock it to was my PlayStation.
That's because it has the wireless.
Yeah.
You're supposed to just put it on top of the wireless.
Yeah, that's what they were saying. They were looking at me like, well, you don't have a wireless charger?
Did it come with it, or do you have to buy it separate?
Nah, it was all separate. So I can't complain.
It doesn't even come out with a USB cable?
No, it came with the Wi-Fi 6 cable. But I didn't have a Wi-Fi 6 dongle to hook it up to. I had to hook it up to the PlayStation in order to charge it. So, but it holds the charge real well. That's what I like about it. So that's my favorite thing.
Okay, it says right here, no port rock. Remember, it doesn't even have a spot for auxiliary port on the phone. The new Android phones are only wireless headphones only. So it doesn't even have a port.
See, mine does have a port. Okay. Mine does have a port. Yeah. I made sure of that. But yeah, the earbuds, I remember those came in and left. Everybody got these big old headsets, like the Beats headset and things like that. So,
not even because it's not a fidelity, but at least on the basic level.
Yeah.
This is weird shit.
Yeah, so I'll have to go ahead and either give me some skull candies or something like that. Just hook that up.
Shout out to Donald Brown for that super chat. Again, Donald, but I know iPhone, they took out the auxiliary port too, but they just replaced it. They just pretty much used the lightning port thing for wireless thing. This still comes. But then again, the last phone I bought, I'm using the iPhone SE, I'm 23. I'll probably upgrade to the 14 when it comes out. Because that's a good piece of it. Yeah, 8. That's all it is. Yeah, so it's down to 13 now. But I'll probably upgrade to 14. I'm not big on like annual upgrades because I don't use the phone. I don't use everything the phone does that much to warrant, I gotta get the latest model. No, my phone is pretty much, obviously photos, videos, barely ever use it for like, Netflix or stuff like that. I don't really like watching content. But I do use Spotify a lot. Twitter, Instagram, things like that. You don't use to upgrade your phone every year to use those apps. And then also I do a lot of shopping via Amazon and stuff like that. Maybe a little bit of research or using the internet or mail, order food, look at some apps. Like, I don't need the latest phone to do the things on my phone.
Yeah, I ordered food today. I ordered McDonald's today. They gave me free food.
Yeah, I'm not saying, like, my favorite is the Dunkin' Donuts. Oh my God, I live and die by that app. Because when you go to that app, because they have a Dunkin' Donuts on base, so last time I go, on base to get line is so big because it's the only Dunkin' Donuts on the Milton base. So you're waiting there for like a good 45 minutes, whatever, right? So now with the app, I just order my food, and then when I got there, I just pull up, I walk by that long ass line, go straight to the area where they have the food, and it's already there. That is, oh my god, I live in that like that.
Yeah, well, that's what I did today. You know, it's like when I walked into the McDonald's, because this is right up the street, I walked in and my order number that was on my phone, they already had it up. And they took everything fresh. Then I couldn't believe it. I'm like, I have joined the Zillennial Club. I have ordered something via an app, and I got it. So it worked. So I'm happy. I was a happy McDonald's guy, except the damn ice cream machine was broken. And I'm like, look.
No credit. The new Samsung phones do not have a headphone jack anymore. That's been gone for 2 to 3 years.
No, mine does.
Do you have a headphone jack or do you have a USB port? Because maybe is it a USB port? It's an actual headphone jack?
Yeah, I made sure that I had one.
So you got to hold it.
Yeah, it's very powerful. Yeah.
No, but you got to hold it.
Yeah, I got the A03 something.
A03 something. Was it L3?
I was on an L3. I didn't see that.
No, it's a Samsung phone or it's
it's a Galaxy phone.
What is a Galaxy what model? Galaxy what? 9?
This says A03S.
A03S. Man, stop lying. You got the T-Mobile sidekick. No,
I just walked in there. I said, "Hey, I need a cell phone because everything is cellular now." You know, 10 years ago it wasn't. You know, they were like, "Yeah." I was like, "All right, what you got?" Hey, so do you want an iPhone or a Samsung phone or a Google phone?
So they're asking. So the chat asking A73.
No, A03S.
A03S. So what's up, Dad? What is that, chat? A03S. What's an A03S?
It's an awesome phone. It's so powerful. It's like the most powerful phone.
Scorpio Emperor King. There is no PS5 Pro. Stop it.
Yeah, they're working on another place.
Yeah, but I said there's no PS5 Pro. You can forget about that one. Now more than ever, I'm willing to bet $60 we're not going to see a PS5. We'll see another PlayStation, aka the Slim. But that is not a Pro.
Well, is it going to be a Pro or will it be PS6? That's what everybody is just waiting for. Yeah, they have this argument.
So it is okay. So now we're jumping to Kane, right? Yeah. Obviously, they're going to make a PlayStation 6. I don't know why podcasters do this, as if every year we're on like I don't know why gamers do this, as if every year gaming is on the cusp. Oh my God, are we gonna get a console next year? Yes, we're gonna get a goddamn console next year. Guarantee we're gonna get another PlayStation 6. Guarantee we're gonna get another X. We're gonna get it. We're probably gonna get we're gonna get the next. We're gonna get console for another 3 to 4 to 5 years. Like cloud is nowhere near. Just keep it low. Dedicated devices. There's a huge market for it. People are just The reason why I'm telling you the PS5 Pro is not coming is I'm gonna tell you one. I'm gonna just use the business sense. I'm gonna tell you from a business sense. It doesn't even make sense for a PS5 Pro. Number one, the current console that you have, Sony is still able to sell it to you for $500.
Yeah.
They don't have to drop. They don't have to drop the price, right? So, what do you think they want to take advantage of? They want to take advantage of decreasing the cost of producing a PS5 so they can make much money as possible. So they want to take advantage of releasing a $500 console, but at the manufacturing cost of $400, $300, $200. If they release a PS5 Pro, they're going to go back to square zero, which is money, creating a console, and once again, they're selling it at loss. They don't need to do that. Because no one's asking for a PS5 Pro. They even have a slide that they're selling out consoles within 90 minutes. And I'm going to show you slides on that. Oh, really? Yes, I'm going to show you slides. I guarantee, even if, let's say, if Sony did have an intention to make a PS5 Pro, that project is dead. It's dead. Because releasing a PS5 Pro will once again put them in negative return, selling the console at all, and there's no reason for them to be. When the current console they have, people are willing to pay $500 with the new. So Sony's focus is going to be to produce more of these consoles and try to hold off on any price drops. And that's what they're going to do. PS5 Pro, yeah. People want to help. They can barely produce enough of this console. You think they're going to start manufacturing another unique architecture? It's going to give them problems? Hell no. They're going to focus all resources on the PS5, and they're going to keep selling it at $500 for who knows how long. Until people, so I'll show you the slides on that one so you can see. It's crazy. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I finished yesterday watching Jim Ryan's portion of the Sony Investor IR Day. So they have the Investor Relation 2022. It's about a 40-minute spiel. So each of the main heads of the divisions of Sony talk to the IRs in their own individual presentation. I just saw the PlayStation. I didn't look into the music. 20 minutes of watching that. Well, let's just say, PlayStation, you're going to want to watch the video I drop on Thursday. I got some bad news. And I'm going to tell you, it's not what you think. It's not what you think. You're really not going to like Sony's direction. And I'm going to tell you guys now, ain't nobody talking about it. But it's blatantly obvious because he literally said it and showed pictures and knocked diagrams on the presentation, and for some whatever reason, these PlayStation partners are not doing it. It always blows my mind. You guys are not gonna like the PlayStation people. And I'm not talking about day. Hell, I wish it was day and day on PC. That's how bad it is. Yeah, I'm telling you. What you know of PlayStation now is going to be PlayStation. You can see. Boy, I might even talk a little bit about it today. That's how crazy it is. I might even talk about it again, and I will show you. And when you see it, you're going to be like, it is not, and I'm telling you, it's not. So, a lot of people use this information about IR Day, because you saw a little glimpse of it about Sony, PC, mobile. The people who formulated that narrative is primarily Xbox gamers, and they misinterpreted everything, because they're number one goes to protect Xbox. So they're already biased, and they're like, how can we use this information to show, see, we told you Microsoft is right. But instead of listening to Jim Ryan and just taking his information as is, in terms of the PlayStation brand, it's a totally different fucking direction. And when I read it, I'm like, it's going to be different. So, dramatically change doesn't mean like Xbox though. Dramatically change, but let me put it this way. It's going to be in a way, if you love PlayStation for what they're doing now, that's what's going to change. And it's going to be an eye-opener.
Yeah.
And it's crazy.
That's why a lot of them are going off. I'm like, well, if it's that bad, why don't you all go do something else?
It's
go get laid.
But when I saw it, I'm like, this is great. And I wish I could tell y'all that it was day and date on PC, just like the Microsoft. It isn't. It isn't. I don't know how to put it, man. I know everybody else. I think Jay Bart is still in that podcast. So we're gonna move on.
That's basic.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So we're gonna go on. So right down here, Craig, we're gonna start and talk the first topic, state of play. I think you touched on about it a little bit.
Yeah.
What do you think? It's good. It's 2 seconds. It's 2 days from now. What is your expectation? I mean, obviously we know it's not too big, but what are some of the things, the rumblings you're hearing? How do you think it's going to play?
I think it's going to be exactly what Sony said. I'm just to the point now where, and I'm glad there were other people there in the space because they really did balance it out. You know, there are podcasters that they don't care what Sony said. Their goal is to get clicks for you all to listen to them. So they're going to tell you just a bunch of BS. you know, now the one thing that did happen later in that day after that Spaces was that there was some God of War merchandise that did go on sale, and apparently you can pre-order it right now.
So what type of merch?
It was like socks and a cup, I think. It was just basic merch. You know,
got Kratos jock straps and shit. Like, what's going on
something
here?
like that. Yeah, but
you know what I'm saying?
it's just a group of people online who just they're like, Sony said, here's what they're gonna do. It's gonna be third party and PSVR. So I'm excited about the VR stuff because they said we're launching 20 plus or right at 20 games or like as far as it being part of the launch cycle. Doesn't mean that when it comes out, there's gonna be 20 games for you to buy. Just over a period of maybe 3 months, 6 months, they're gonna get out 20 games. But so I'm excited for exactly what they said. I'm like, yeah, because the last one I thought was good. You know, they showed a little Forspoken. They showed a little bit of everything. They got a lot of Square Enix stuff. They showed it, you know, the Ninja Turtles game, I think, coming. So a lot of people are excited about that. So I'm just expecting exactly what they said. Now, what would I like to see? Well, it's because it's third-party stuff. We just had Star Wars Celebration. I would like to see some information on Knights of the Old Republic. That's a third-party game. I would like to see an update on Project E or something like that. Whatever that game was called, I would like to see an update on that. But that and Little Devil Inside, because they showed somebody taking a dump. I'm like, that's worth it. The game where there's a pussycat. Let's see what they, you know, maybe we get a little more gameplay on that. If it doesn't already have its own dedicated save plug. But yeah, I think it's going to personally be exactly what Sony said. I just think, unfortunately, we've reached a point where the CEO, the CFO, the president has said, here's what we're doing, here's what we're not doing, and you have a group of people because they need clicks saying, well, I don't care what they say, they're going to do this. So, like, all right, so, but like was explained in that space today, you can't make everybody happy. But that's part of marketing, because if they're not talking about you, then you're doing something wrong. And guess what? I can't argue with what they were saying today in space. That was like, well, to me, they're reaching, but it's also, they made a legitimate point in that space about that's the way marketing is. I'm like, all right, well, guess what? That's why I specifically said, I don't know if you were there or not, I said that I actually didn't even think of it. I didn't even think to look at it like that. So that's why, you know, but yeah, so shout out to the people that came to that space because they actually did. I now look at it exactly the way they were looking at it. Like, yeah, to me, these guys are straight trash, corn, slobs. But this is marketing. This is the way they're going to market. So, hey, because they didn't specifically say God of War was going to be there, that means God of War might be there. And that's all the hope they need to get you to come over and click on their thing. Then when God of War isn't there, they're going to scream and yell and throw snot bubbles and, you know, get all upset. That's just kind of where we are with it.
In my opinion, that expectation is self-fulfilling. I can understand the state of play was new, but we already had like 9 of these stuff. And Sony has been upfront every single time with every single show. Yeah. So at a certain point, like if Sony says, hey, this is state of play, this is what we're doing. Well, you know, they didn't say, look at the past state of play. Whatever Sony said they're going to do for the state of play, they did it. Yeah. There was no tricks. There was no, you know, illusion. There was no whatever. They were very upfront on the content that they're going to show state of play pretty much every time. So this is nothing new. I mean, how many state of plays have there been? Like 8, 9?
There's been a bunch. Now, the last 3, this is my opinion, of course, it's subjective. The last 3 they have had, in my opinion, have been good. Not spectacular, but remember what the complaint was a few years ago. It was Sony needs to have some type of mechanism where they can communicate with the fans in short bursts. Well, the people who were saying that was legitimate, and Sony worked on something, they call it the state of play. So that's it. What's different about this, and I didn't know this, was that technically they have moved it to be part of the Summer Games Fest. So now technically it's been co-opted into that. So we'll have to kind of wait and see. But I would, but I think I agree with you. It's self-inflicted. But if again, you may have a job or a career outside of YouTube, but you're just doing it to have fun and talk some trash and have a good time, talk your shit, whatever. There's a group of people who are online, and that's how they keep the roof and lights on. So they keep telling you guys it's dry. It's not dry. Sony has put a game out they put out a new game every month except for May. Whether it was MLB The Show, whether it was Forbidden West, whether it was Gran Turismo, they had Seafood launch, they had Lost Legacy, the Legacy of Thieves collection, if you wanted that. So they've always had so it's not dry. That's what I thought they meant. What these guys mean by dry, they mean the information is dry. And they have podcasts that are dedicated to information. And so to them it is dry because Sony don't give them nothing. Like that one influencer said, Sony don't give me free stuff, so they're dead to me. Said the influencers. So I agree with you. It's self-inflicted because everything they've said is exactly what they've done. Totally transparent. So what else can they do? But like the gentleman said today, and he's 100% correct, no matter what they do, somebody's going to be unhappy and complain. And he's right. He's right. So it's kind of like it is what it is.
So I definitely would imagine people, I would just say, because with PlayStation being so upfront with the state of play, it's all going to be what I mean by boring is you can't do nothing, you can't do much with it from a perspective of podcasting, whatever. Because it doesn't bring that excitement that goes people into your channel, into your platform, or whatever. So I think you hit it. I think you hit a good point where they're gonna, despite what Sony says, they're gonna create this fake thing, right? And if Sony doesn't meet that expectation you created, even though it's on you, you did it to yourself, then you can have this fake outrage and look like you're the winner. You look like you can't win. Fuck you, Sony. You didn't have Bloodborne. Even though these guys are asking for Bloodborne remake for like 9 years or whatever. You did that to yourself. So you're creating this fake standard that you created on your own, all these fake standards. Sony obviously is not meeting that standard because they already told you what they're going to do. But then you're going to be like, screw that. And then if anybody tries to tell them, bro, you did this to yourself, you need to demand better. Why are you coming for Sony? And I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about?
Because you built you're right. You build an audience based on everybody that says something about God of War, big God of War fans. I don't know if anybody has noticed that. So they're the ones who are demanding that they get information about God of War. I mean, they're just, it's to a point where, but to me, state of play is like you go to the store, Porter Rod, and you go buy a hammer. The hammer is designed to do exactly what it's supposed to do. It's not a screwdriver. It's not a wrench. It can't do those things. So they want state of play, which is a hammer, to be a screwdriver or a wrench. Because again, they have built their, if you want to call it podcasting, based on a certain segment of gamer coming to watch them, and they can't provide for that information that gamer wants. As you said, here comes the fake outrage. It's not my fault. I take it back to the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. TV show years ago. After the first Avengers movie, ABC announces Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Well, all these YouTube channels popped up saying you're going to see Iron Man and Thor, you're going to see all of them on this TV show. Then within 10 minutes of the show, started. Like, that's not what this is about. And those guys came back out the next week and blamed Disney and ABC for not putting those people on there. So that's not our fault. This is what we wanted. We know this is what you wanted. So they create fake hype, like fake 4K and fake HDR. Then the event happens. It's exactly like they said it was going to be. And now it's like, well, this is not my fault, blah, blah, blah. So I agree with you 100%. Yeah, they're victims of their own bullshit.
Yeah, so, I mean, we already seen that movie. When Sony announced, when they had a State of Decay dedicated to Horizon Zero Dawn, they said it.
Yeah.
It wasn't a secret. It wasn't oh yeah, the State of Decay is going to be in these, and then when we watched it, psych! It's a showcase for Horizon Zero Dawn. They didn't do that. They didn't do that. They literally told you up front, you're going to see Horizon Zero Dawn. They did that for you. Hey, State of Decay. Yeah, I mean, the next State of Play is going to be have definitely. They did it with Hogwarts Legacy. Hey, talk about Hogwarts Legacy. They did it with Ghostwire Tokyo. So, what makes you think they're gonna trick you and surprise you with God of War? If God of War is gonna be in this State of Play, they're just gonna tell you. Sony, like they have no reason to surprise you. If the State of Play was dedicated to God of War, they would literally be up front. Hey, the next State of Play is gonna be a showcase for God of War, and we're gonna talk about God of War. They're gonna be telling you. So if you're wondering if they're gonna show God of War, they're not. Because if they were, they're just gonna straight up tell you. They're just gonna beast it. They're just gonna be like, yo, we're showing you God of War. And that's it, end the conversation. So the State of Play that has God of War is the one they tell you has God of War. And that's how they do it with all their games. They literally tell you which major game is gonna be like the guest game or the main game of the show. And they literally tell you up front before the show starts. Like and that's normal. So I don't see how people thinking, well, you know, it could be a surprise. Have they done surprises? Like they didn't do a Deathloop surprise. They didn't do a Ghostwire Tokyo surprise. They didn't do a Horizon surprise. They didn't do a Hogwarts surprise. They were all up front. And just, you know,
listen, P-Rock.
Oh, here we go, J-Bar. Listen, first off, remember, right now, have you rehydrated? Did you eat some good food? Because you put in a long road march.
P-Rock, you just got to pray for me, brother. You just got to pray for me.
You did a long road march.
I need to rate this.
Yo, that space was wild. I'm like, oh, shit. I came home from work, and that shit was still on. I'm like, hey, yo.
Yo, we got a topic, and we last let's pray for me, P-Rock.
So what's up, bro? What you got on this thing?
I agree with everybody's sentiment as far as you know, if God of War is gonna be there or not. You know, I'm leaning towards it's not gonna be there, but it's like PlayStation is very direct in how they word their announcement when it comes to these State of Plays. Like I remember the last one that they had, or not the last one, it was the one before, and it was like, okay, Horizon will not be here and no VR talk. You know what I mean? Like they after they said everything as far as what the State of Play would state, they also had it great to say like this will not be here. It feels like, in my opinion, I know people's gonna say I'm not borrowing your wallet, but they left it open for interpretation because normally they would just shut that shit down. Like, no, it's not gonna be here. Even regardless, they explain what the space is. I'm not a space. Space you, P-Rap, place.
I got you, bro. I got you, man. You know, get the vitamins. Somebody get the IV.
Even though they saline. Yeah, facts, yo. Even though they stated like, okay, guys, this is what the State of Play is gonna be about. They still didn't go in and give that. Don't expect God of War, because everybody know once they saw that State of Play, they're like, yo, God of War. Until they read the article. But there's a lot of people that's not going to read the article, but they're going to look at that State of Play. You know what I mean? So I feel like PlayStation, if it's not going to be there, just come out and outright say it's not going to be there. But, you know what I mean? We don't know. I'm leaning towards it's not going to be there, but like I said, they left it open for interpretation, in my opinion.
I'm just saying, Yoshida did say, and shout out to Sergeant, because he copying basically to Chai. He says, read carefully. We'll have something exciting reviews from our third-party partners, plus a sneak peek at several games in development for PlayStation VR 2. So I don't know.
Yeah,
in my opinion,
to me it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, in my opinion, they're gonna do what they did with Deathloop, Hogwarts, Horizon Zero Dawn. I mean, Forbidden West, Ghostwire Tokyo. When it's time to show God of War the State of Play, they just gonna tell you, hey. And I wouldn't be surprised if they had a State of Play like 4 weeks, a month from now, like after this week. Because that's the thing about State of Play. It's not like there's a set schedule. They can do one at any point, at any time. Like we could have this State of Play in June, right? And they could come out in July. Hey, another State of Play, and we're focusing on God of War. And that's it. There you go. They just straight up told you, you know. So it's not like, you know, they can't do another state of play a month later, specifically for God of War, because state of play is not that big super spectacle, right? That's the one thing that's good about state of play. They can come at any time, and they can do. In fact, didn't they do like last year? There was like 2 or 3 state of plays that were like, wait, shit, another one?
They did the Japanese focus one, they did the Indian one.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, typically, they will outline, like, yo, guys, I know you're waiting for this, but it's not going to be here.
Hey, bro, listen, right now, you're knowing my new king. Your vitamin G's and privileges low because you haven't been out of the sun, because you're in the dark kings of the podcast.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I'm blaming you. I'm blaming you because typically, P-Rock, that's my brother. P-Rock will let me know no, I would say this. No, I didn't come in there because it was first year at university. We out there, everybody out. I'm like, oh, hell no. I love P-Rock, man. I'm really good. He saw his brother was down. And then he turned into another cheat code space. I was like, oh my god. Cheat code, god damn it. That's so crazy, bro. That shit's crazy. People say you roll up with head code. You don't know what Sony's gonna do. I know. I'm the only one who knows. There's no PS5 Pro for you. Alright? No Pro for you. No Pro for you, Suzanne. No Pro for you. No Pro for you. They can't even talk about no Pro right now. I'm not saying they no Pro. Well, not right now. No, we can't even get the PS5. And we talking about yeah, that's crazy stuff. That's crazy stuff. Yo, people want that phone, and I mean, fuck, excuse my language. Hey, yo, Chris, do you even got a PS5? And you hyping Chris out? You got a PS5 and you hyping the phone? Yeah, we still haven't seen 2.0 yet. No, we just got VR. It's VR, like a phone, right? So he's another one that's deficient in nutrients. Get your steak dinner, get your iron up, you're a little bit anemic, because that 9-hour space is off the hook, brother, man. Oh, shit, man. You can watch the 10 Commandments in that. And yo, Persona, if you could come through, because I would like to ask you this question, too. We're going to go to the next time. Yo, Craig said, he said that's how you say, yo, listen, man, I know this fucking for me. I want to say I started playing Ghost of Tsushima. I'm like, oh, yeah, let me go ahead and say all this Ghost of Tsushima again. So on the next topic, I definitely, hopefully Persona, because I definitely want the What's Up PlayStation duo that they never do. I think if there's anybody that we could talk about this specific topic, it's definitely used to tremendous stuff. So apparently, because the new PlayStation Plus, the new PlayStation Plus, whatever, on Canada, it's being reported that the PS Plus, PS1 games run at 1440p. The PS1 version, the PS2 only at 720p. The performance is. Analysis was done. I don't know if it's fake analysis, whatever, but apparently that's what's being reported at least. Now, of course, we have to be careful with the clouds and all that stuff. But let's assume no cloud chase. Let's assume it's legit. Let's say there is a concern with how Sony is running their application to get this PS1 and PS2 games to run on the PlayStation. So I'm gonna start out with Craig, right? Because I think that's like the movie, right? I think Craig gonna be more neutral than me with this. Yeah, I feel Craig's sort of crazy. He's like a joke. I actually watched the visual film. I didn't watch the total visual film video. I just kind of, got the synopsis from what people say on Twitter. But the problem is that what a lot of these old school games is, they're using the PAL version of the game. So the PAL version doesn't run like at 60 hertz, it runs at 50. So it's a much slower version of the game, but I guess they use the PAL version because
because of the whole, it's not just tight as far as the regulation, as far as when it comes to languages, multiple language uses in
So they're using the PAL version of the new Asia, Europe, and
so far. The US, we don't know yet the US, but I'm even put it past them because I know when it came to that classic PlayStation little mini device, there was like a high version of some of the games there.
So the PS1, so you bought the PS1 bullshit?
Yeah, I bought it a long time ago. I finally opened it. Yes, sir. Yeah, PS1 was a great looking console. I really commanded that. Yeah, I disagree, but I was like, it really said. The thing is,
so that thing has power version, like the one you got, they have power version.
Yeah, some of the games is just power version. Yeah, I think like Tekken 2.
How did that look like on your TV?
Well, I didn't play on my TV. I use it on my monitor, so it doesn't look that bad. But the thing is that, yeah, some of these games are being upscaled, but it's still, like, that PAL version of the game is still very, like, that 60 hertz, so it's not like it's going to be super choppy, but it's going to be fast, slower. And I think they did, like, an update for those games to, like, make the game run faster, but it looks like it's artifacting. So they got to just patch it up and clean it up, to be honest with you. But, yeah, from what I'm hearing, it's not really good on the PlayStation side. They got to do a better job when it comes to the emulation or, this preservation of these older games. Hopefully in the US, these things they get cleaned up, because when that happens in the US, it knows over. So, hopefully they clean it up.
Hey, so, what do you think? There's some PS1 and PS2 games not mentioned. Maybe we did win 52
Well, I just people expected. Yeah. I mean, that is a lifetime ago. I mean, literally, your people's lives have been. I mean, it's a lifetime ago. When those games came out.
Yeah, but to have it run not so well on the PS5.
I don't know what people were expecting. I personally don't know. I mean, when I bought a PS5, I had my hands on one. I didn't get it to play PS1 or PS2 game. But it's just me.
So for the sake of context, yes, I'm not really going to be playing these PS1 PS2 games, because in my opinion, those games have amazing memories.
Yes.
But I know they're nostalgic. I know exactly. If I play those games today, I'm gonna be like, what these things. So I'm gonna leave them alone. But for the gamers, they're interested. And hey, like it or not, Sony is providing the service, and they are charging for the service, right? So gamers are paying with their money. So Sony's providing potentially. Obviously, we have to wait to see how it comes out. But potentially, Sony's providing the service, and gamers are, let's say, paying for the streaming. But the game is a subpar. You think Sony must stop? And this is we're going to have to get some hands-on and see what's happening, what's going on.
I remember Joe Ryan years ago, he kind of left a snide comment saying, who wants to go back and play those games anyway? I mean, it was something, I'm paraphrasing, but he said something like that. Now, I understand to wax nostalgia. It's like you go past a bar, and you had a great time at that bar. A lifetime ago, you were going into that bar and you'd have a few drinks, and then you were doing karaoke or something like that. But that's over. Time moves on. As far as them preserving old games, I think they'll have something else come along. I do think it'll get better, but because I agree with Jay Bar, big releases like that in the United States and people are paying for it, not going to be happy. That tier, I guess it has those type of games in it. You may see some people say, I'm not going to be in there until this gets better. So my question would be, okay, this is the beginning. Where is this going to be in 16 to 18 months from now? I'm willing to at least let it go to that point, but I'm not going to pay for that T until it gets to a certain point. 720p isn't horrible. Those games come out in what? I mean, those games were playing on analog TV. I mean, so I just don't know what you're saying is wait for E3. Yeah, wait. Yeah, you're just gonna have to wait for it. I guess it's. I don't know if they were expecting to put it into the PS5, and the PS5 was just gonna say, like, "Oh, this is a PS1 game, and it's gonna do this, and this." That may be what it ends up being in the end. Yeah, it's not. That thing's not ready for that right now. Sony is better off. Yeah, well, yeah. Sony's better off to put those games on PC. Through the launcher, they were going to launch it, so that's gonna be terrible. I'll have to wait and see. You could be right, it could be trash. But I would just put all that stuff like a launcher, or just as of right now, my personal opinion is if you're gonna play PS3 games, try to get your hands on the PS2. Play PS2 games. I'm in the PS3, play some PS2 games, like that was the original Fat Play 2 and 1. Play 2 and 1. Okay, yeah, we'll try it. I mean, I know it's going to be expensive, but try to go ahead and get your hands on that for now. If not, you're going to have to. Wait until they can catch things up. I mean, I don't know what people expected though. Like I just don't. Realistically, I don't. If NASA goes back to the moon, they're not going to use the same stuff they did back in the 60s. They're going to use new technology. So, I don't get that. But shout out to everybody who wants that stuff. It's just, yeah, you're just going to have to wait a little. That's all. I'm not going to go new it because I'm not even going to be in that team that's providing that. It's like, is that like the third tier? So I'm just going to be in the second tier. So I should be getting charged for that in the next 7 to 10 days. So I want my shit. I want it. I want to be able to download the older, some PS4 games. But maybe
some of those games you'll probably be able to buy directly if they're needed. I'm pretty sure they can sell it. I don't think they're gonna just mind it behind the PS Plus 2. That wouldn't make sense. Because there's a lot of strategic games that just want to buy it.
So I'm interested in it, but it's interesting. I know emulation. People are like, well, it's much better on this, and this. Yeah, you all just have to wait.
Shout out to Jason Hannigan. He said, Super Tate says, man, I didn't buy PS5 to play all this old stuff. The majority didn't. I'm gonna say this. I've been exposed to backwards compatibility going back to the Sega Genesis. The Genesis attachment that you connected to the Genesis and you're able to play Master System. Yeah, that's good. So that was actually my first exposure to I had that. And then it sounded great, but in the end, I kept playing more Genesis games than Master System with it. Just whatever. The PlayStation 2 was backwards compatible, the 3 was backwards compatible to almost everything. That PlayStation release, I just, especially maybe like within the first year, you kind of get stuck. But once the generation is old, and you just start playing our games, you don't even have the time to play the games. There's generations where you finally push up to the next game, and there's games I never got a chance to play. It's like, that's it.
The only thing I like about what PlayStation is doing when it comes to the old school games, that they add the trophies. Like, there's a lot of games.
That's a game you can call out.
Yeah, there's a lot of games. Like, I know I can just run through them and I get that platinum real quick. You know what I mean? Because I just start getting them up.
So is it all games?
Yeah.